As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Live from Los Angeles.
911, what is your emergency?
Here in Hollywood now.
2 counts of murder,
Injury and death.
Oh my God!
Shocking new details.
that has stunned the entertainment world.
This makes me a little nervous.
The hair stood up on my arms.
Just like in the movies.
What do you call this thing anyway?
Death.
In entertainment.
Hello, 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 deados.
Oh, whoa, 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 ho, ho, ho. Whoa.
We are at the end of another year, guys.
Another year.
Yes.
We did it again.
We did it.
What can we say?
We could say a lot.
2022 kind of sucked.
Yeah. We loved, we lost, and now we're giving a toast to our favorite celebrities and artists that died this year.
Yeah. Pour a little out on Kyle's floor here.
Do it.
Cheers.
Yes.
Here's to it. Sorry you guys didn't make it this year. Not everyone's going to make it. A lot of people are going to die next year, too. Shit happens.
You guys as in the subjects of our in memoriam?
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm speaking to the people we're going to start talking about in a minute here, so.
A lot of big names this year.
Huge names.
Huge names, yeah. This is like our Oscar in memoriam, but it's a little bit longer, a lot more fun, and a lot less controversial. Or is it controversial?
It might. People on YouTube will find it.
Yeah, someone's going to
find
have
a way to
something
make it
say.
controversial.
Yeah.
They'll find a way.
Yeah.
You know, Johnny Caps 25 is going to go off on us or something. And, you know, have at it, Johnny Caps 25. We'll take it. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for.
Give us the biz.
Yes. So with this is the 62nd episode of Death and Entertainment, and we're going straight into the people we've lost this year, Memoriam 2022.
Let's get right into it.
The first category is actors.
Yes.
And the first subcategory of actors, legends.
Yes.
We're going to start out with Angela Lansbury.
Yes.
Ah, rest in peace. What was her show?
Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote. That was a big one.
Yeah, we have a clip of it, actually.
We do.
Let's see it.
Me and my family would watch that every Sunday.
Yeah.
It was 8 p.m.
So you figured it all out.
Oh, there are still a lot of gaps, Tina. For one, I can only guess that Wilson and Halliwell's murders both had something to do with the condition of the Larkin pension.
And she solved the case every week.
Every single week.
Yeah, she was a genius.
This
Yeah.
could be considered propaganda
Then there
here.
were
I
the
don't know.
midnight phone calls to Halliwell's hotel. I suspect it was a call from someone.
But it's
who
Angela
wanted to
Lansbury,
phone
so I'm okay
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
that.
she's a
earlier.
I remember
Very
when you got a
lovable.
chance to be in your own episode of Murder, She Wrote at Universal
Knowing
Studios in
The killer
Florida.
had to do away
They had the
with
Murder, She
Halliwell,
Wrote
too.
theater there.
Then destroyed
And
the
you were
story.
in your own?
In the theater, you would be a part of the immersive experience of
Please
solving
call
a
your
crime
lieutenant
with Angela
and let-
Lansbury.
That sounds kind of bad, but kind of good.
You're a very great woman, Tina. But not quite clever enough to assume Floyd's guilt.
Ooh.
Floyd, have you lost your mind?
Okay, so Floyd did it.
Yeah.
And Jessica Fletcher, that's her character. She figured the whole thing out.
Oh, here comes Floyd.
Floyd's done for.
What does
Weirdly
Floyd
enough.
have to say? Oh, that was it.
That
Okay.
was
I
it.
killed her. I killed someone. I'd do it again, too.
Well, you got a taste, so that's what the Dowlings were watching once
Yeah.
a week.
Yeah.
And you said that you were too, right?
Yeah, my Nana, I would watch it with her every week. Yeah.
Yeah. The people, our listeners were clamoring to find out what we were watching with our families.
Yeah.
We're finding out.
The only thing that sucked, though, about that is it would be Sunday night. So I knew that after the episode, it was get ready for bed,
Yeah.
and I had to go to school the next morning.
That was the
That's
worst
a bummer.
feeling.
Yeah, so the Sunday frights. they
Sunday
call it.
scaries.
Scaries.
Yeah.
I made up my own. I had some off-brand one.
It wasn't Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah, no.
Little fact about her though, she lived in L.A. like as an actor, and her son got addicted to drugs out here. To get him off drugs, she moved the whole family back to Ireland and just said, "See you later, Hollywood," and just kind of said goodbye.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's awesome.
True story.
Wow. That's the
And-
exact opposite of most of our stories.
Yeah.
True.
People are like, our lives are fucked up. Let's go to Hollywood.
Well, it's like death in entertainment.
Yeah.
They end
Yeah.
up dead in Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood will fix everything for us.
And not at the ripe old age of 96, which Angela Lansbury made it to.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Number
Angela
2,
Lansbury.
Sidney Poitier.
We talked about him on the In Memoriam last year, the second part,
Yeah.
because we recorded that in 2022.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first week of January.
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
covered
You're
it.
seeing
we covered
behind
a-
the curtain here.
A couple of big names
Yeah,
Yeah.
tacked on to last year.
had to do it.
But, we might as well mention him again. Lilies of the Field, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And little known fact, the director of Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
my
that blew my
God.
mind. I didn't realize
So he
that.
was in on it.
In on Cosby's shitty movie career, yes.
Yeah.
And also, he was in the movie Sneakers with we talked about a bunch within the Die universe here.
Yeah.
River Phoenix.
Great movie, which Kyle has seen by now, right?
No.
Oh God.
And he did another movie with River Phoenix.
Oh,
besides
really?
Sneakers, so they worked together twice.
Fuck.
That's
man.
pretty cool.
So he's to blame for that also.
So you blame all the co-stars.
yeah.
And of course, everyone remembers that Sidney Poitier, the first black man to win the Best Actor Oscar.
There we go.
Of course. Yeah. Legend.
Legend.
Yeah.
Next legend is Monica Vitti.
I didn't know this one too well. Who? It sounds familiar.
She starred in the movies of Michelangelo Antonioni. His most famous movie is probably Blow Up. He did The Passenger also with Jack Nicholson.
Hey, I'm the passenger.
And Monica Vitti was brought into the pop culture landscape recently because in an episode of The White Lotus,
Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge says, I want to be just like Monica Vitti.
That's why I heard that. Yeah, and a lot of that White Lotus is like they were redoing some of the imagery of Italian cinema.
Yeah.
Which is exactly Monica Vitti. She had her cigarette out, the sunglasses.
That's right.
And that's how she looked in all his movies. Some scenes, no dialogue. Just her looking in the mirror, walking
Yeah.
down the street. She was epitome of beauty.
That's what a lot of old Italian cinema. It's kind of like music videos without the music. Kind of, they're just kind of like cool shots of people.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Okay, that's
I'm
a hot
sticking to
take
it.
there.
Scorching
Wow.
take coming at
So
the end of the year.
Early in the episode, too.
And there'll be many more.
Yeah.
Kyle, do you want to keep this train rolling?
Let's do it. We got Jack Kehler.
By the way, we're out of the legend section.
New category.
New category.
This category is character actors and rising stars.
Yes.
Jack Kehler played the landlord in Big Lebowski.
Yes, that's what I recognize.
Oh
him
my
from.
God! Hey, dude, I got the venue I wanted. That's what
Yep.
remember he said, and then he has that bizarre show in Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
And his face is just, there's something recognizable about it. Like you've seen him in a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
He was in Men in Black. I think the first one, but definitely the second one.
Yes.
And I was just watching My Fellow Americans with Jack Lemmon
Okay.
on HBO Max, and he was in it.
No
Really?
shit.
And that's how I put him on the list because I was IMDbing everyone while I'm watching the movie.
Yeah.
And I see that this guy died this year.
Jesus.
So
Well, these people they hide behind their characters and stuff, so it's hard to know who they are.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's some stunning, examination I'm giving here of acting.
I just thought he was a great landlord because he's like so shy and like timid.
Yeah,
and
he's
it's
like, can I get the rent, dude?
dude, come on, you're late, dude.
Yeah, he's got he's like hunched over and he's just a very strange, awkward guy.
Yeah.
He was great.
Up next, we got Clarence Gilyard. He was the terrorist hacker in Die Hard.
He was hilarious in Die Hard, like an evil, hilarious kind of like terrorist.
Added a lot to the movie, I think.
Yeah, he was like very confident.
Yeah.
He has a Christmas message for us here.
Let's hear it.
Merry Christmas.
There you go.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah.
For anyone that didn't think Die Hard was a Christmas movie.
Are we gonna wade into that?
It is.
that controversy.
Oh, it's
Absolutely
absolutely a
is.
Christmas movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That was originally a movie that was written for Frank Sinatra in the 1960s.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I haven't heard that one
Fun
yet.
fact.
that's true.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's a
Okay.
different thing.
We're just, jamming out here today.
There's a quote in there in which Bruce Willis is like, "This is how you celebrate Christmas. I hate to see how you celebrate New Year's." So,
And Frank could have delivered that.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
babe. She was a tramp.
Yeah.
This is a Christmas movie.
Mike Myers is Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
She was a tramp.
Loved her. Next name is Gaspard Ulliel.
Really good pronunciation.
Ulliel.
It's Gaspard.
Gaspard Ulliel.
He played Hannibal in Hannibal Rising.
Okay, like a young Hannibal?
Mhm. Yeah, Hannibal Rising. It
Oh,
was
okay.
like before they became older. Before the evil.
He died in a skiing accident.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
He's like
He's only 37 years old.
He Sonny Bodoed himself into a tree.
Why go skiing? Daddos, listen to me out there. Don't go skiing. Stay in the lodge.
That's a scorching take right there. You're just trying to cancel the skiing industry right now?
You will never see me in a pair of skis ever.
Wow.
And I'm not going to skydive either.
Well, what's the list here? Patricia Clark's? No, who's Liam Neeson's wife, whatever her name
Yeah,
is.
that was that wasn't Patricia.
Well, I hope she's okay.
Yeah. Miranda, no. Oh, Natasha Richardson.
Natasha Richardson.
Yes.
Sonny Bono, one of the Kennedys, Michael Kennedy, and
Yes.
a handful of other people, I want to say.
It's not a list you want to be on.
No, but too bad, young rising star, and didn't make it.
But he got a lot in at least.
37 years old.
Yeah.
Next on the list here, we have Charlbi Dean.
You requested this one personally, if you remember.
Yes, you know why? Because I watched this movie called Triangle Sadness, which is one of the best movies of the year. It's done by this Dutch director, really, really good. This girl was a model, and she was in this movie that I had just seen. And then I looked her up because I'm a creep.
I looked up that guy in My Fellow Americans.
And then I saw though that she had just died like a month before in New York for some freak disease.
Viral infection. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think because she had removed her spleen from a other accident when she was younger. So she didn't really have a spleen to fight off the infection, and she just died in New York.
Yeah, her spleen had been removed after a 2008 car crash.
Yes. Yeah.
Oof.
It's like Gaspard. You look at her picture, beautiful, in the prime of their life.
Yeah, in the movie, she's an amazing actress. She's amazing in the movie. She looks great, and it's like I just looked everyone up because I was so blown away by this movie, and it's just like, oh, she just died in New York.
She's 32 years old.
Yeah,
at
it's
the time
crazy.
of death. That's brutal.
I looked it up, is it COVID related? But a lot of these we might say, was it COVID or some?
There's a
variation of that.
COVID blanket. That's
Yeah,
thrown
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Anytime someone dies, people on YouTube are like, they got the injection.
Oh,
that's how they
psychos.
died.
Yeah, it's crazy, people.
And the next woman on the list is similarly eerie because, again, she appeared in a recent movie and is suddenly dead.
Yeah, she was in Elvis.
Yeah.
Her name was Shonka Dukureh. She died on July 21st, 2022. She was 44 years old.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hypertension?
Yeah. What is that's a heart attack, right?
Yeah, just high blood pressure, just stress on your cardiovascular system. It's not good.
As I read all this stuff, I'm like, I'm kind of afraid of for myself.
But that's so crazy. You just see Elvis
Yeah.
and you look her up. She's gone already.
Maybe she watched the movie because that movie will give you hypertension for sure. It's crazy.
I haven't seen it, but I haven't heard good things
Yeah,
about it.
it's like a panic attack the entire time. It's like a panic attack having a panic attack.
Really?
There's a lot going on.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So let's move on to the next
moving
category. Yeah.
on.
TV stars.
Nichelle Nichols of Star Trek.
Yes. That's exactly, as soon as I saw this picture, I remember her from Star Trek.
Uhura.
Yes.
Excuse me?
What'd you call me?
What'd you call her?
Trailblazer. I believe we have a clip.
What, have you lost all your sense of reality?
This isn't reality. This is fantasy. You wanted adventure? How's this? The old adrenaline going, huh?
I don't really have much to say about Star Trek, but
Next Generation classic, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, I like that. I like some of it, like
Yeah.
Whoopi Goldberg for some reason in it. Will Wheaton.
Karen Johnson, you mean?
Yeah.
Another trailblazer.
That's my torch to bear, is making sure everyone knows her name is definitely not Whoopi Goldberg.
Is her name's Karen Johnson?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
we've explored
talked
this.
about that
we've
this year,
explored
yeah.
that, yeah. Next on the list here of TV stars, Mr. Robert Morse, who died April 20th, 420 actually. He was notable from TV's Mad Men. He was great on that show.
Still haven't seen it.
Oh my god!
Well, you can see a little bit right now because there's a clip.
He played like one of the founders of the ad agency that Don Draper worked.
Sterling Cooper.
Sterling Cooper, yeah. He's Sterling.
The moon belongs to everyone.
No, he's Cooper. Sorry.
The best things in life are free.
This was his last episode.
Oh, wow.
Don Draper is imagining seeing him in a song and dance sequence.
After they killed him off in the show too because he died.
Yeah, he was great on that. And he died this year.
Yeah.
Lived to 90 years old.
Rest in peace, great actor. I don't know anything else he did besides Mad Men, but I think he was good enough in that.
Yeah, that speaks for itself.
Make an imprint.
Yeah.
Next one, Howard Hesseman died January 29, 2022 at the tender age of 81 years old. He was from Head of the Class in WKRP in Cincinnati. I know this guy very well because I loved both of those shows as a kid. Some of them were like reruns, like Nick at Night thing, but
Yeah.
Head of the Class, I'm dating myself, obviously, but initial run, I just remember all those episodes, and they were great. Arvid Engen, Dennis Blunden, who actually turned out to be Dennis Schneider from Nickelodeon, who's very, very canceled.
Oh, boy.
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider, yeah.
He's still working. He should be canceled.
That's something I will never understand. Looking into that guy, what the fuck is that all about?
Yeah. It's not good.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a documentary after he dies someday where we'll figure out exactly what's going on there. He must have dirt on the entire Nickelodeon corporation or
Yeah.
something.
He's really into toes.
Yeah, he's really the toe guy. Yeah, Amanda. Some girl said he's a real feet aficionado.
If you
weirdo.
watch Nickelodeon at any time, there was sketches about kids showing their feet all the fucking time.
Yeah,
all the time.
He's like the Quentin Tarantino of kids' TV shows.
Yeah, and if you remember when he was in charge, the Nickelodeon logo was like a foot stamping down on the orange.
Oh, really?
And it would
That's
spell
so-
Nickelodeon.
You're
yeah.
going deep into this.
Oh, I've gone
controversy.
real deep into
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, you go down a lot of rabbit holes.
Not as deep as he would like. But,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Check, please.
Hello.
Nick at Night.
Howard Hesseman.
Howard Hesseman, yeah.
He was also in Clue.
Ooh,
Oh,
wait,
yes.
hold on.
At the end, he's the cop that's undercover.
Wow.
At the end.
Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah. He was like the cool teacher and head of the class. So,
Yeah.
great guy. I didn't know him, but why not? Next one coming up, Estelle Harris died April 2nd, 2022 at the tender age of 93 years old. George's mom,
Mrs. Costanza.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, we've had multiple people from Seinfeld go this year.
Yeah, a couple Seinfeld dropping like flies.
Great as George's mom. Hilarious.
She was amazing. Well, they switched out Jerry's dad, I remember, with another actor. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't remember the original
There was an
actor.
original actor there that they switched out. But,
Yeah.
But George's mom, I think they brought in later in the series, both of his parents, with Jerry Stiller as the dad there. And they were just they were one of the funniest parts of the show.
Oh, they were awesome.
I remember she made paella for Kramer, and he came over and ate it all. And yeah, she caught George jerking off one time, and yeah, she really went. They put her through the ringer on that show, but she was very, very funny.
And her shtick was yelling at the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you doing, George?
she was always in the hospital a lot for some reason. I remember.
And that brings us to Liz Sheridan,
Liz Sheridan.
who played Jerry's mom.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So 2 Seinfeld moms are gone.
Boom, boom.
She was from something else that I remember that I can't even think about. I don't know why.
Look it up as we watch a clip of her.
Let's check it out.
I want to know what you did to this guy that he's after you.
I didn't do anything.
Well, you must have done something.
No, he just doesn't like me.
Doesn't like you? How could anyone not like you?
Seems impossible.
Doesn't like you? How could that be?
Ma, I know this may be hard for you to understand, but I'm sure there are many people who do not like me.
Jerry, don't say that.
She's a good mom.
It's true.
No, it isn't. It's not true. You're a wonderful, wonderful boy. Everybody likes
Boy.
you. It's impossible not to like you. Impossible. Morty?
Maybe some people don't like him. I can see that.
The voice of reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
Now that maybe I remember this, that what she was in a 1991 episode of Murder, She Wrote. So I'm connecting.
Okay. Coming around.
Coming
full
back
circle.
around.
Wow.
Man, there's a lot of connections on this list already.
Absolutely. Next one coming up here, Mike Hagerty.
This one, dude.
From Friends.
From Friends, from a bunch of stuff.
A lot of blue-collar roles.
Yeah.
This one hit hard for you.
Home
huh?
Improvement.
Yeah, Kyle, why did it hit so hard?
Because he was in all those blue-collar roles. Roseanne, I think he was in. Home Improvement, I believe he
Yeah,
was.
you look at his picture, it's like you've seen that guy in 100 things.
Yeah, exactly.
He also played the manager of a muffler shop on Lucky Louie.
Oh, did he?
With Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was great. He was really funny. I remember him in a bunch of stuff. Did he do some John Hughes movies?
He did So I Married an Axe Murderer, Speed 2 Cruise Control, Wayne's World.
Yes, Wayne's World.
He worked in the donut place. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I remember.
Hilarious character actor.
Great character actor. Always a blue collar dude with
Arliss.
Yeah.
Grace Under Fire.
Woo. Okay, so he dealt with Brett Butler.
Yeah.
Boy, I feel
Good
bad
luck.
for that
Good
guy.
riddance.
He survived that one, right?
Yeah, she was a nightmare, I heard.
He was also in Star Trek The Next Generation.
Oh. What was he, the mechanic?
He was Scoran.
Okay, what the fuck?
Did he act opposite Karen Johnson?
He might have.
Okay. What an honor, right?
Yep. He
Murphy Brown.
He was also in Dick Tracy as the doorman.
Everybody was clamoring for that role.
Yeah. Cheers, Brewster's Millions. He
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
did a lot.
Rest in peace. Next one coming up, Lenny Von Dohlen.
He played the agoraphobic friend of Laura Palmer in Twin Peaks.
Let's see the face here.
There's a lot of Twin Peaks.
Oh, yeah, this guy was weird.
Because she, in the show, she
Everyone was weird on
delivers-
Twin Peaks, though.
Yeah, she's like volunteering to spend time and help people that need it.
Okay.
And so because he's agoraphobic, she goes to his place, talks with him, makes lunch, and she ends up telling him a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
about her seedy life.
Yeah, he was like that weird kind of gay friend who she could, say anything she wanted to.
I don't think he was gay.
Oh, what? He wasn't?
I think he was into her.
Oh, really?
Well,
Okay.
everybody was in love with Laura Palmer on
I
the
know,
show.
and that's why everyone was the suspect.
Yeah. And he later starred in Home Alone 3 as one of the burglars.
Oh, yeah. The first one without Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the Miners? Is that what
Yeah, back to Home Alone, back to the Miners.
Yeah.
Next one coming up here, Mr. Al Strobel.
Another Twin Peaks actor.
There's multiple Twin Peaks people on this episode.
And we have a clip for this one.
We sure do.
So, if you can even explain it in any coherent way, the spirit overtakes this guy. The spirit that ultimately kills.
Darkness, a future past, the magician longs to see.
This is him.
One chant out between two worlds. Fire, walk with me.
Fire walk with me. That's a big
titular line.
Exactly. And he had one arm on the show. So he was the one-armed man. You know the David Lynch.
I heard he really lost an arm to do the role.
He's what is that called? The
Method?
Method.
Yeah.
Yeah. De Niro's just like, cut your arm off.
I lose an arm, Can you milk me? Next person coming up here, Emilio Delgado from Sesame Street.
Yeah, he was on Sesame Street for decades.
He died at 81 years old.
Wow.
I don't remember loving Sesame Street that much as a kid, so I don't really remember him that much. Do you guys?
I loved Sesame Street as a kid. What
Do
are
you
talking
remember
about?
him?
Kinda.
All right, so you didn't love it
Oh
that
yeah,
much.
he really loved it.
He's no snuffleupagus, okay?
Yeah, he's not. I thought he was in like he had a suit on or something. He's just a regular guy on the street in Sesame Street. Yeah, he's like the trash man or something.
Yeah, I think he was more prominent early in the run.
Next coming up here, Tony Dow.
Oh, Wally Cleaver.
Wally Cleaver from Leave It to Cleaver. What was that?
Leave It to Beaver.
Beaver,
Yeah, the Beav.
Yep.
Someone told me I looked like the Beaver once.
Is this the No, this is not the Beaver.
No.
Though, is it? Okay.
But I didn't know how to take that. Is that a compliment?
Was it just a random guy on the street? You look like the Beaver.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it the Maybe you meant the Mel Gibson movie, The Beaver.
That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah. Next one coming up, Mickey Kuhn. I want to say that.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. This thing on? Turn it down.
Getting spicy in here.
Mickey Kuhn. That's what it says.
I know.
Kuhn. Yeah, 90-year-old from Gone with the Wind.
He played one of the children in it. How's that?
He's the one that's being held.
Yep.
Wow.
He ain't Clark Gable.
No, but he has to smell Clark Gable's breath.
Yeah. And he's a drunk, I bet.
Heard he was a hell of a drunk.
Word on the street is he had halitosis like crazy, and all the women that had to make out with him were pissed.
No.
Is that true?
Yes.
You never know what Kyle's gonna know. Like what piece of information is
I'm
accurate.
amazed.
Yeah.
That's amazing information.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. So sorry about that, Mickey Kuhn, but maybe it was like the delayed reaction to the bad breath that killed him at 90 years old.
Yeah.
Next one coming up here, Eileen Ryan.
Yeah, don't be shocked to see Sean Penn on the screen right now. It is Sean Penn's mother that passed away.
Oh.
How about that?
Is that my mother in there?
Mom, I'm going to put you in the Mystic.
Mystic River.
Yeah. But doesn't he say the Mystic
Yeah, they
in the
said the
movie?
Mystic.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, my Lord.
That's where he buries people.
I'm going to die on that mountain.
You're teaching Mark stuff about Boston.
I know, yeah. You're giving me Dennis Lehane lines.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the mother of Chris Penn and Michael Penn, the musician.
Yeah. Chris Penn, who died probably
Years
That was
and
years
years
ago
and
now.
Future episode.
Yeah, future episode.
Might be close to 20 years now.
Yeah.
He's been gone.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Next one coming up here, John Aniston from Days of Our Lives, also the father of actress Jennifer Aniston.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah, 89 years old. There should be a thorough investigation here as to what happened. But
I suspect foul play.
I just know that family's very Greek for some reason. Jennifer comes from a very Greek family. Greek. I think Aniston's probably shortened from like some
Anastonia.
Like 28 character thing with like different
Yeah, it says here,
yeah,
Greek-born American actor.
like upside down E's and stuff. And
and he played Victor Kyriakis on Days of Our Lives.
there we go. Yeah, he played
For
Greek guy.
37 years.
What?
Yeah.
Man, that
Wow.
pension must have been sweet. That's
Yikes.
all I think about when I see someone getting roles for that long.
Yeah.
How good that SAG pension must have been.
And then his daughter gets Friends.
She's among the last. They get every single main character from Friends gets $20 million a year based on their residuals.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Dude, that's bullshit.
It's crazy.
So Matthew
it's real.
Perry can go and buy a pharmacy.
That's why none of them, you really rarely ever see any of them doing anything, because unless it's literally Courtney Cox or Jennifer Aniston, everybody else is just like, I got money, I'm good.
Yeah. And then they're not that talented anyway.
Oh, God.
Matthew Perry is sober now. I didn't mean to.
Did you know the story about him?
Tarnish his
He was
name.
told on Bill Maher that he would go around to open houses and he would
Raid their
their medicine cabinets. I was pretty shocked at that.
Who the fuck leaves their medicine cabinets filled when they're having an open house?
I don't know.
That is weird, yeah.
Yeah.
And he would take 55 pills a day.
Yeah, that's
Oh my God.
quite the habit.
That's a lot. Speaking of a lot, let's go to Robert Cormier died at 33 years old. Young guy. Died from a mysterious fall. He was an actor from the movie Heartland.
I believe that's a TV show.
TV show Heartland. Okay.
Yeah, so how about that? 33 years old. And I tried to look into this because it sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
Died from a fall. But every article I found just describes it the same way. A mysterious fall.
Huh.
That's so weird.
There's no other details. You know, was it down the steps while he was going to breakfast, or was it hiking?
Yeah, was it
out of an airplane?
Was it like a CIA assassin or something? Like, what's going on?
A fall from grace.
Nice. Yeah, it could be anything. It could have been a hit. Maybe Harvey Weinstein went after him.
Jeez. That's so scary, though.
Yeah.
Just like falling down the stairs and not being alive. Like, Jesus Christ.
The way Kyle puts that. I'm not alive here.
Yeah, well, the last thing you do is
pissed.
fall down and then you're dead at 33 years old. That's terrifying.
I mean, anything could happen.
Honey, I'm coming down the stairs now. And then he's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then everyone laughs and they're like, wait a second, he's not all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing a good job honoring him, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm trying here.
I love the show Heartland.
I don't even know what it's about.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
Okay, let's move on here. We have a lot to go. Brad William Henke, 56 years old. Not an old guy. He died in actually a couple of weeks ago in November 29th here.
Yeah, he was a great part of Orange is the New Black. I loved him on it. He was one of the prison guards.
Oh, big dude here. He might have had one of those kind of like gigantism kind of diseases or
He
something.
died in his sleep.
Yeah.
Well, I think I might be wrong. He was in the hospital shortly before his death. I thought I saw a picture of him doing a selfie in a hospital bed.
In an Instagram post from May 15th, he said that he had a 90% blockage in his artery.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
So that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Rest in peace, guy. Brad.
Wow.
Next up, Mary Mara, 61 years old. She was from ER. She drowned in Cape Vincent.
Yikes.
Oh, man.
At 61 years old.
Oh, my God.
I loved ER. Well, we talked about last year, Deezer D died, so rest in peace for Miss Mara.
And
also.
she played Billy Crystal's daughter in Mr. Saturday Night.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah,
Is it?
it really is.
Yeah.
I
You
watched
think it's a great
it.
movie?
Yeah.
I watched it recently. Mark, hold on. Let me make the case.
Make the case.
I watched it recently, and it's pretty effective.
Yeah.
It's a nice showbiz story, and
It's supposed to be about Milton Berle.
David Paymer, a Milton Berle type.
Yeah.
David Paymer as the brother. He was nominated for an Oscar for it. That is a performance for the ages. His brother.
Okay.
But she's very moving at the end in it. She has a nice scene with Billy.
I disagree. I think it's absurd and ridiculous, but,
It is, though.
to each their own. Yeah,
No,
it's over the
David
top.
Paymer?
No, I'm talking about Billy Crystal.
I know, of course.
It's like sad.
Look, half of it is schmaltzy Billy Crystal one-liner.
Yeah.
And you can get over that. But what if he is playing a Milton Berle type? Isn't that accurate how some of those
MB was hosting, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how some of those Catskills comics acted in real life, too.
I like Billy Crystal at the 98 Oscars. I think he's kind of a hack actor. He's good in romantic comedies.
Okay.
And that's all I have to say about it. He's not a serious actor.
He's great in Monsters, Inc., okay?
Of course.
And My Giant.
My Giant, yeah. George Marathon. Next one, coming up, Jason David Frank.
This one hurts, dude. This was one of my favorite Power Rangers growing up.
Are you within the Power Ranger community?
Yeah, I was majorly a part of the Power Ranger community.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the movie in the theater.
I did too.
With Ooze.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's as far as my fandom goes.
What?
I didn't watch the show. I didn't have the action figures.
I had the toys. I had the outfits, the gloves, the helmets. I had.
Oh my God.
Dude, yes.
It was
This is
like
disturbing.
uncool, I remember, at
It still
my
is.
age. For some reason, it was like for younger kids.
Yeah.
And so
What do you mean younger kids? We were like 7 years old when
I
it came out.
and it's still, I was too old for it then.
No. It was, dude, I got made fun of. I actually got beat up once because I was wearing Power Rangers clothes.
You just wear them. It wasn't even Halloween. You just wearing Power Ranger shit?
Yeah, like a Power Rangers t-shirt.
How old were you here?
Let me see when this
16.
came out. Power Rangers.
He's got a helmet on for other reasons.
Original.
Kyle just said, what? It was uncool at your school? And then he says he was beat up for it.
I know, yeah.
He's kind of contradicting himself.
It came out 13 days after my birthday, 1993.
It's always around his birthday.
I was 7 years old when it came out. Dude, you could
Hey,
not...
when are you going to come out?
You could not be... Hello! You could not
Nothing wrong with
the story arcs that came out.
It could beat anything, Mark.
Especially with this actor. He was the Green Ranger. He was created as a villain, and he beat the shit out. He was the only person that could take on the Power Rangers.
Okay, he's a fake character.
No, he's a very real character.
Okay.
He was the Green Ranger, came in, whooped the shit out of the Power Rangers. Then they took the spell off him. He became a good guy, and then he became the White Ranger, which is like the most powerful Ranger out there.
Jason David Frank.
Yes.
He has to be white? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember him, though. He was a cool actor.
Tommy.
In the movie.
There's like some curse of the Power Rangers people. Like one guy like killed it. We're
going to do a full
This is
episode.
another episode. I don't want to get in front of it.
But yes, the Trini, who was the Yellow Ranger, she died in a car accident in 2006. Jason David Frank, and then there was another person who was an extra on the Power Rangers that murdered a couple.
Yeah.
And that story is just insane.
Threw them in the ocean.
Yes.
Voice actor category.
Yes.
Let's get down to it. We got a couple here. First one, Mr. Kevin Conroy. Died at 66 years old from the legendary, I want to say animated series Batman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my favorite.
And the movies.
Yeah.
We have a short clip of him.
Let's hear it.
He did Mask of Phantasm, a bunch of Batman movies.
That Batman TV show is my
not
favorite.
a disgrace. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Yes.
Oh, that's Batman.
He is the
Batman.
quintessential
Him
Batman voice. He's the animated Batman.
Who played the Joker? It was
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill, yeah, who was great as that too. So.
Yeah.
But he's still alive. I'm not saying he's dying. Next one.
Well, Kevin Conroy is actually a friend of the show's uncle, Selena Kopic. She's a comedian from Boston.
Oh, I performed with her at that Boston. What's that big comedy place in Boston near the seaport?
Laugh Boston.
I did a show with her at Laugh Boston a couple years ago.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's
from Weston, Massachusetts.
Yes, very funny, but Kevin Conroy's her uncle.
That's great.
Yeah.
And, well, rest in. It's not
Rest in
great that he
peace.
died. Yeah, rest in
Yeah.
peace. But great voice actor, great actor. Next one coming up. Peter Robbins died. He was from Charlie Brown.
The original voice of Charlie Brown from the original specials.
Wow.
And there's another clip, and I'll keep talking over the
like
clip.
the Peanut specials and stuff.
Yeah, well, a Charlie Brown Christmas special.
That's
the Charlie Brown Christmas special. One of the original voices.
I think there must be something wrong with me, Linus.
That's
Christmas
him?
is
That's
coming,
him.
But
Wow.
I'm not happy. I don't feel the way I'm supposed to feel.
And he had a rough life. He suffered
Just
from
don't
mental
understand
illness.
Christmas, I guess. Really?
And he
I like
killed
getting
himself
presents,
this year.
sending Christmas cards,
He was
and
arrested for
decorating trees
making
and all that,
threats a
but
few
I'm still
years
not
ago.
happy. I always end up feeling depressed. Charlie Brown.
How old was he? Was he when he was doing this? Was he like in his 30s?
No, he was a
it was a
kid.
child.
He was an actual kid.
Maybe Lucy's right. Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
You're the Charlie Browniest.
Another
So that's a sad story.
Kid actor.
That's a very sad story spoken over a Christmas special.
Yeah.
Wait, so he made threats to who?
Various people.
Oh, no.
We can explore it on
Nancy
another
Pelosi.
day.
Okay. Next one coming up. Pat Carroll.
Oh.
Ursula actor?
Yes. Ursula was actually, fun fact, the first nightmare I ever had as a child.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, she was the main character trying to kill me.
Mm.
But, you know.
You got some kooky nightmares there.
What, you haven't had nightmares about Disney villains?
That sounds like an
could've.
interesting nightmare, though.
Yeah.
Ursula?
She was chasing me on a beach.
It was a wet dream?
Very wet.
Sounds
The
like
water was wet.
A DMT vision or something you had. So that's Pat Carroll. Rest in peace. Now we're ready for, I think, my favorite category here, the Goodfellas category.
The Good Fellas.
Oh, these are good fellas. So just all mafia movies and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
So wait, I thought it was just, I'm like, wow, the entire cast of Goodfellas just died. But a couple of them actually did. First one one of my favorite people. I've expressed before to a lot of people. Sopranos actor Tony Sirico, which he's most known for that. He was also in Raging Bull, and like he's in the background of most mob movies or TV shows. He played Paulie Walnuts, and I've seen Sopranos like 15 times. I've watched all the way through or something because I'm insane.
And he was in a bunch of Woody Allen movies.
I love that cocksucker like a brother, and he fucked me in the ass.
He's talking about big pussy.
Well, that's the difference between pussy and the others. Him you loved.
The world don't run on love.
The world don't run on
very
love. He
cold.
fucked me in the ass.
His character got very cold throughout that series.
So many great lines and moments from Paulie Walnuts.
Yeah. Next one up, James Caan, the legendary Sonny from The Godfather.
Yep.
You know, what else can you say here?
That's crazy because, I mean, not that I'm the smartest and most knowledgeable about movies, but I never knew that he was Sonny in Goodfellas.
Really?
Yeah, I literally never
The
did.
Godfather.
The Godfather, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Until like 2 years ago.
Wow.
I just
Crazy.
actually watched recently the TV show that depicts the making of The Godfather and all the things they ran up against and like how crazy that situation was, and like he was the entire cast was like a very tough sell for the studio Paramount and stuff, and like
Look beautiful. It's beautiful. You're gorgeous. Hey, listen to this. The Turk, he wants to talk.
This is the famous To the Mattresses
Craps out last night. He
scene.
wants a meeting today. What did he say? What did he say?
Bada-boop,
The proposition. And the promise is that the deal is so good that we can't refuse. Hey,
What about Bruno Tatali?
it's part of the deal. Bruno cancels out what they did to my father.
Sonny, we ought to hear what they had to say.
No more. Not this time, Consigliere. No more meetings, no more discussions, no more Salazzo
He
tricks.
means business.
You give him one message,
Yeah.
I want Salazzo. If not, it's all out war. We go to the
Some of
match.
the other families won't sit still.
No, hand me Salazzo.
Father would want to hear this. This is business, not personal.
They shot my father.
Even the shooting of your father was business, not personal, Sonny.
Well, then business will have to suffer, all right?
It's always business, not personal.
yeah, he's
Great
a wartime.
acting.
He's not a Tom is not a wartime consigliere. I got
No.
that out. Yeah. James Caan, tough guy too, very tough dude. Like in real life, like he would beat the shit out of people.
And he went on to do Misery and Elf.
He's in a great yeah, all over the map. Yeah, he's in a great movie in the '70s called The Gambler, which I recommend anyone to watch if they haven't seen that yet. They remade it with Mark Wahlberg. It's horrible, but the original movie is great.
See the original.
See the original. Next one coming up, Paul Sorvino from Goodfellas, also Uncle Paulie.
Yep.
Uncle Paulie, I'm so sorry. I like what my favorite part was when he's like, "I'm so sorry," and then Uncle Paulie gives him like, some cash, and he goes, "Now I gotta say goodbye to you."
Yeah.
My favorite moment of his is when he's in jail and he's cutting the garlic with the blade.
He's making the small little like
shaving
because it
it.
melts right in the pan when you throw it in. Yeah, Marone.
It's club fed.
They're in
club
prison,
fed,
and
yeah.
it looks like the best Italian meal you've ever seen.
Oh, they were making the sauce.
Yeah, they
had
got
their own
peppers.
table.
Yeah. Yeah, like they eat like that every night. That's such a waste of like food and stuff.
Club fed, bro.
I'm sure they ate it all.
Yeah,
though,
they
but-
care about wasting food.
Yeah. Dad of Mira Sorvino also.
Yep.
And
I don't think I even knew that.
yeah.
Wow.
Next one coming up. This was a hard one. I love this guy, Ray Liotta.
Yep.
That's a huge one.
Huge one. Yeah.
And roll the clip.
Karen!
I'm still gonna go out.
Everybody had their hands out. Everything was for the taking.
Now it's all over.
And now it's all over. And that's the hardest part. And today everything is different. There's no action. I have to wait around like everyone else.
Pick up your
Can't even
newspaper.
get decent food. Right after I got here, I ordered some spaghetti with marinara sauce, and I got egg noodles and ketchup.
Yep.
That's such a
I'm an average
visual.
nobody. Get to live the rest of my life like a schnook.
Like a schnook.
And then Joe Pesci's iconic gunshots.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I love that.
The
I
best.
get to live the rest of my life like a schnook.
Like a schnook.
I saw Goodfellas over the summer at the Vista Theater.
Ah.
A 35 millimeter print. Gorgeous movie.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's better than ever.
Yeah, I watch it like once a month or something. And some would say that's also a Christmas movie. There's some like around the Lufthansa heist part, there's a lot of Christmas stuff going
Some
on
Phil
there.
Spector Christmas songs. in that.
Exactly. Yeah, we talked about that in the Spectre episode. Absolutely.
The next category of actors is called Big Ones. And the first on that list is Anne Heche.
That is a big one.
Who we have talked about quite a bit this year.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we don't have to get into it here.
We don't want to stir up any more controversy about any of that stuff.
We still have regular comments on our YouTube talking about how she was definitely murdered by the Illuminati. Her car was controlled remotely
By Elon Musk, maybe.
because it's an electric car. I've asked multiple people who have said that if there are any proven instances of a car being controlled with a computer, that's an electric car, and they say, I don't know.
Yeah, that's like
but they know for sure that this is the one.
It's like a bad, like Tony Scott thriller movie or something, where the people are, some masterminds are controlling cars with fucking computers.
Enemy of the state.
Yeah, something like that.
And then there was an article that came out that they did find drugs in her system, or as Mark put it, a little blood in her cocaine.
Yeah, I mean, she was acting kind of kooky, but
Yeah, the cocaine snorted her.
Not to speak ill of the dead.
Then there was another article that came out that said there wasn't anything in her system again.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll explore this conspiracy another day.
Another day, another dollar.
William Hurt.
Yep.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. From
That's
the
why
history
it's
of
in the big
violence.
ones.
Yeah.
History of violence, broadcast news, smoke. Is that it?
Yeah.
The Big Chill.
The Big Chill.
The Big Chill, yeah. He was...
That's one of my favorite movies, by the way.
That's a classic movie.
So good.
So, you came back from Vietnam a changed man.
Yeah,
Well,
this
why don't you
movie
just tell
really made a
everybody?
splash.
Then, in 1972...
Because the hippie ideals were starting to fade away.
Yeah.
So it's these yuppies in the 80s.
Yeah.
What do we do with that?
This has turned out to be the worst generation of people that the U.S. has ever created, and it ruined this country.
That's why it's called the Big Chill.
Yeah, they're the big baby boomers, and they
Then
suck.
it was onto a series of jobs, all of which...
And he has that voice that's so memorable, William Hurt.
Yeah, he's an orator.
Exactly.
But your real fame came as a radio psychologist on KSFO in San Francisco.
Meg Tilly. Shut up, Meg.
And he was in Children of a Lesser God.
Yeah.
Won an Oscar for Kiss of the Spider Woman.
Was it The Accidental Tourist? When
Accidental
he's looking
Tourist.
for his son or something?
Lawrence Kasdan movie.
Yeah.
That's an underrated one, I think. Gina Davis is excellent. in that.
He plays a very sad father looking for his son, right? Yeah.
He's very powerful in that.
Yeah,
Yes.
great movie.
In his older years, he played Thunderbolt Ross in the MCU, going up against the Incredible Hulk. That has now been recast by Harrison Ford. So he'll be taking the role over from now on.
Are you suggesting that there's foul play?
Yeah, Harrison Ford killed him for one last Marvel comic
Get
book
off
movie.
my roll.
Next up is Fred Ward.
Oh, man, I love Fred Ward.
Yeah, The Player. That's one of our go-to movies. When a couple clips actually from our opening. Maybe
It's in our theme song.
In our theme song.
Well, while we're talking, might as well play the clip.
Yeah.
Fred Ward also appeared in Tremors.
Yeah.
Opposite Kevin
Bacon. Yeah. Those are two people in that movie. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
2 degrees of Kevin Bacon in that movie.
I think he just did it for the degrees, for the extra degrees.
Hello, Walter. So what's the story? 25 words or less? Okay. Movie exec calls writer. Writer's girlfriend says he's at the movies. Exec goes to the movies, meets writer, drinks with writer. Writer gets conked and dies in 4 inches of dirty water. Movie exec is in deep shit. What do you think? That's more than 25 words.
What do you call this thing anyway?
The player. Can you guarantee that ending?
Yeah.
Their
Great
dynamic is so good in that.
Yeah.
You know, you can just feel the tension building as he's
And he's great in
questioning
that.
him.
He's a character actor in a bunch of stuff.
Also in Joe Dirt with David Spade.
And
It gets a little worse.
And Road Trip is a dad in Road Trip also.
Oh my
Right,
God.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Tremors 2.
Yeah.
Okay. David Warner is next. He appeared in The Omen, Titanic, The Man with Two Brains, a billion movies. And then we have Kirstie Alley. This is another huge one.
This was just so recent. It's crazy.
And we put up a TikTok of a clip of her from Fat Actress.
Let's do Look Who's Talking 4. Come on.
Oh, please.
Well, we haven't explored all the possibilities. I mean, we've never had talking cats.
Yeah.
Which I encourage everybody to check out that clip. It
So
shows
good.
her comedic chops.
She was great in Cheers. She replaced Diane.
Yeah.
Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking Now.
Yeah.
Look Who's Talking 3.
Look Who's Talking Later.
Yeah.
Scientologist. That's not so great.
Yeah, I didn't know she was a Scientologist until she died, and then people said she was like one of the biggest attack dogs against people who were trying to leave Scientology, which is crazy
Really?
because
So
she
they
seemed
bring-
like such a down-to-earth person in her roles. and
She was
stuff.
like the muscle they brought in to like
Yeah.
get them to stay.
Yeah,
That's
which is crazy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, and she gained a lot of weight and would make fun of herself all the time.
Yeah.
What was that TV show she did?
Cheers. Oh, Fat Actress.
Fat Actress,
Yeah. But I liked her a lot. She was actually very funny, and, you know, there's a lot to be said for having that kind of persona.
Yeah.
That was,
Absolutely.
you know, always delivered the one-liners.
Yeah.
Then we have Robbie Coltrane from Harry Potter.
Oh, he was Hagrid.
Yep.
Okay.
Also from one of the not the Bourne movies, but the Ocean's 11 movies. One of the last ones that they did.
Yeah, and he was in Nuns on the Run with Eric Idle.
Nuns on the Run.
Played in a couple of Bond movies with Pierce Brosnan in the 90s. A very long, illustrious career. And then we have Sally Kellerman, who I love. She was in a bunch of Altman movies in the 70s, starting with MASH, where she played Hot Lips.
Hello.
I remember her from Back to School, weirdly enough.
Yeah, we have a little clip, that YouTube link that's right under her name.
Yes.
She plays Rodney Dangerfield's love interest.
Yeah, she had a sultry voice.
And first I put my arms around him, yes, and drew him down to me so he could feel my breasts all perfumed, yes.
Oh, boy.
And his heart was going mad, and yes, I said, yes, I will, yes.
Yes! Yes!
They're in a school hall here.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. I think Joyce is pretty hot, too.
So that's Sally Kellerman.
That movie is amazing.
So good.
And then we have Louise Fletcher, who played Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
The original
Yes.
Nurse Ratched.
Someone posted on Twitter like a very emotional speech he gave to Jack Nicholson when he got his like AFI award or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What'd you say it to him, like backstage or something?
No, it was just like a speech at the AFI Awards or something.
Oh,
like for Jack Nicholson, just kind of they were looking back at that movie and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then we have Philip Baker Hall, made it to 90 years old. So many great roles.
Yeah.
Also memorable on Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Because he questions Jerry over the library fine.
He's Bookman.
And he's very deadpan.
Yeah.
Like a noir thriller in that episode.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
How much? I remember. I forget how much Jerry owed, but it was like a paltry amount of money.
It
but-
wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
And we have a short clip of him from Talented Mr. Ripley. I love the way he delivers this line.
When you see where you live from a distance, it's like a dream, isn't it?
I don't care for BS. I don't care to hear it. I don't care to speak it.
There you go.
That's it.
That movie is so hard for me to watch sometimes. It's so cringe. It's a great movie, but it's just like the awkwardness of like being in that situation.
Yeah.
And he was excellent in Magnolia.
Oh,
and Boogie Nights.
Yeah, he was a very bad character in Magnolia, but
Talk about an actor that could take Paul Thomas Anderson's lines and make them sing.
Yeah.
They were such a good combo together.
Hell yeah.
And then the next category we have is directors, starting with Douglas McGrath. He died recently, and he was in the middle of performing in a play directed by John Lithgow.
Oof.
In the middle of its Broadway run.
Man.
And he drops.
Oh, my God.
Heart attack.
Jeez.
64 years old. That's not
He
that old.
wrote Bullets Over Broadway with Woody Allen.
Wow.
One of the rare times that Woody co-wrote something. And he directed a bunch of movies. He directed Emma with Gwyneth Paltrow, Company Man, Infamous with Sandra Bullock, I Don't Know How She Does It, and appeared as an actor in a lot of movies. And then we have Peter Bogdanovich.
Big name.
Who we also talked about in the other In Memoriam, because he died on January 6th.
Yeah.
So we had recorded our other episode after that, so we talked about him on the other one.
Yeah.
Just so everyone remembers, he did Last Picture Show. He was a film historian. Started off as a movie reviewer and created some classics himself. Here's him on The Sopranos. He had a resurgence. He was also an actor.
Food for thought.
She's blowing us off.
You just can't resist rubbing my face in it.
I feel like we should change the subject. I only suggested you reevaluate your work with Leadbelly or be prepared
And his
to deal with moral and
glasses,
possibly legal
his
consequences.
voice.
Leadbelly?
His signature.
Who's that? Come on. The answer is a female opera singer and gangster. Da 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 da.
He's such a weird guy in this.
Tony Soprano? He's your patient?
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Jesus Christ,
So
Elliot.
yeah, he
Chill
was
out. We're among friends. We're all professionals.
one of those rare talents that could do it all.
He had a water thermos in that, which he would periodically drink out of. And it was like very specific and weird. It's like a sports water thermos. And Jonah Hill went up to him at a party one time. He's like, why did you have that water thermos from The Sopranos? It's such a specific choice. And he goes, it's mine. I brought it from home.
And future episode.
That's amazing.
He was dating Dorothy Stratton at the time she was murdered.
Oh,
the
my
Playboy
God.
Playmate.
I remember that in
And
that
he went
episode,
on,
yeah.
Star 80 was about that. And he went on to marry her younger sister.
Jeez.
And he also directed the thing called Love with River Phoenix, which was posthumously
Horrible
released.
Yeah.
Next on the list of directors, Wolfgang Petersen. Das Boot, In the Line of Fire, Outbreak, Air Force One, Get Off My Plane.
Oh, yeah.
The best 90s action thrillers.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And the George Clooney ship one for the Boston one.
The Widowmaker?
No, the where they go, him and John C. Reilly go on the boat.
Perfect Storm.
Perfect Storm.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sorry, that was eating my brain away.
And we will eat the next person on the list now.
Yes, nice transition.
Bob Rafelson, 89 years old, director of Five Easy Pieces with Jack Nicholson, produced Easy Rider, and he pretty much exclusively directed Jack Nicholson movies throughout his career.
Wow.
The Postman Always Rings Twice,
Yeah.
Man Trouble, which wasn't very good, and Blood and Wine, which is very underrated.
Yeah.
Early role from Jennifer Lopez as well. You should definitely check out Blood and Wine.
Yes.
And I got to see him speak at Roger Ebert's film festival in 2003. Bob Rafelson.
Oh, is this the guy that you ran up to?
No, that's Neil LaBute.
Oh, yeah.
That was the same day, though. So I have a little,
Yeah.
connection to Bob Rafelson.
He ran up to him.
Yeah.
And then last
Answer my questions.
on the director's list, a huge name in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Ivan Reitman.
Yes.
Director of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And Twins and Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All big hits.
Also was on the Dick Cavett show when Dick was asking them about Twilight Zone, the movie. And how crazy it was. There was like 5 directors, and Dick just throws it out there. He's like, how crazy is it for you guys now to like try to do stunts in your movies? And Ivan was just like, it's always like kind of dangerous, but I don't know much about the situation. And like totally shut it down.
He started taking the mic off.
What accident?
Yeah. But his son now is trying to take over his
Jason
legacy.
Reitman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who
Great-
did Up
great
in the
director.
Air and Juno, which
Yeah.
is the most annoying movie ever made.
You don't like it?
You like it?
I do kind of like it.
I didn't mind it.
Okay, good. I'm alone.
Who ended up doing the new Ghostbusters?
That was him.
Right.
Jason
That's what I
Reitman.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Reitman.
You guys didn't love it. I actually cried in the theater.
It was a cash grab. And it was a ripoff of Stranger Things. Like,
Yes,
Stranger Things is
was.
so popular. We're just gonna make Stranger Things the movie. We're gonna cast one of the Stranger Things actors in it.
Yeah.
So that people
the main
are fooled
kid,
into thinking they're watching Stranger Things.
It was all bullshit nostalgia nonsense.
But Stranger Things is a ripoff of every 80s fucking horror movie and sci-fi movie.
Okay, but this is a ripoff of a ripoff then.
Yeah.
It's nostalgia porn done badly.
A copy of a copy of a copy, man.
I thought it was gonna be good and like oh he's trying to like show the legacy of his father and do something great. And he was just like, oh, it's all nonsense. Everything's nonsense.
On that note,
R.I.P.
Ivan Reitman also directed Anne Heche in 6 Days, 7 Nights.
Oh, he did?
He did.
Wow.
One of his last big movies he directed. Last category today, mixed bag. Just other famous notables I'm going to shoot off right now.
Let's go.
First one, Queen Elizabeth II.
Have you heard of this?
Gone too soon.
That was a big deal this year. They acted like we're supposed to be, I don't know, depressed about it or...
Yeah.
I didn't really care about the Queen.
We don't follow the monarchy.
No.
What do we care about these bastards?
And then the next is Ivana Trump.
Yeah.
You know about that? Like they buried her on the golf course because they got a tax write-off for calling it a cemetery.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That is so Trump.
It is. Hey, while he's selling us playing cards and shit, he's burying his wife in the ninth hole. She's
just on the 10th green.
Yeah.
You're gonna put around her.
Jesus.
Yeah, there's a ceremonial little enclosure. Yeah, please don't put in my dead wife.
She's the sand dune.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And speaking of stairs, she fell down the stairs too.
Oh jeez.
Very sketchy.
Very sketchy. Was she pushed? I don't know. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And she appeared in the First Wives Club famously.
Wow.
And she gave the women the advice, don't get mad. Get everything.
Yeah. Everything of nothing, but yeah, whatever Trump had.
And now Ivana, move on to the next name.
Ooh.
Andre Leon Talley. He is a fashion journalist. Kyle's like, there's cricket sounds.
Yeah, play the
You haven't seen this guy around? He was a huge media personality.
I've seen him. He draped himself in a lot of sheets and comforters and stuff.
Yeah, he was a big guy and big fashion writer for Vogue and all that.
Yeah.
And if there was a documentary on anybody somewhat related to fashion or New York City or anything, he would be one of the talking heads.
He was in the movie Pret-a-Porter, which was directed by, I think, Robert Altman.
Pret-a-Porter,
Pret-a-Porter, yeah. Sorry, I'm not.
That was one of his flops, actually.
Yeah, one of a couple.
Although I do enjoy that movie, but
Not
that's
bad.
another
discussion. Yeah.
Sacheen Littlefeather, who you might remember from our Oscars episode,
famously
accepted the Oscar for Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Turned down the Oscar.
Yeah.
On behalf of Marlon Brando.
Yeah, and I heard because of the genocides of the Native American people,
the indigenous tribes.
Yeah, but I heard you probably already have this, Alejandro. She was not really Native American.
Yeah, that just got found out this year.
Yeah.
I think.
That New York Post link on the page is about that, actually. Everybody was investigating her.
Yeah.
And then she died.
Yeah.
When they found her out.
I mean,
Sacheen Littlefeather lied about being Apache to Hollywood, to work in Hollywood. I know someone who actually has completely lied about being Native American, and they are one of the most prominent people in the Native American scholarships and screenwriting world. Yes,
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, Pocahontas. No.
Tell us off mic. We'll talk about it.
I'll tell you exactly who it is.
But I heard when she did that with the Brando Oscar, John Wayne had to be restrained backstage at the Oscars.
Yeah.
He wanted to punch her.
Yeah.
This person I know is currently working on a Netflix show for natives. That's already been released. It's like a kid's show, yeah. But they're completely lying about their native.
There's a lot of writers out there lying. Someone just got caught lying about having cancer, like a big writer for a TV show.
Oh, people do it all the time.
I cannot fathom how people can lie about that stuff, including about 9/11. being
Steve Renazizi.
Yeah, Steve Renazizi.
Yeah.
How do you
Renazizi, you thought you were going to get out of 2022? How do you got this getting brought up?
lie about that?
I feel like at least one podcast every 3 months we bring up Steve Renazizi. And it's deserved.
It is deserved. Next on the list is Mike Shank from the documentary American Movie.
Yes.
Which caused a sensation in the 1990s. And it's based out of Wisconsin.
Hey.
Actually, a lovable guy. People actually felt bad about this person passing away.
Yeah, he, by all accounts, a really nice guy.
He was
a
53
musician.
years old. What happened?
Yeah.
He deteriorated pretty fast.
I
at
think,
the end.
just bad eating, bad living, and bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bad food, maybe? I don't know.
And he became a personality afterwards. He was parodied on Family Guy.
Oh, was he?
And he appeared in Todd Solondz's Storytelling.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
As the cameraman who helps out Paul Giamatti.
Oh, wow.
When he's part of the crew that is filming that documentary within that movie.
That's amazing.
So Mike Shank.
I wanted to, real quick, Alejandro, someone who's not a good person that we just skipped over by mistake, I know, Michael Lang, which was
From Woodstock.
Not a friend of ours, not a friend of anyone's or mine because I went to Woodstock 99, and I didn't like the way he ran that concert, and he died in January. I think I talked about it a bunch when we did the Woodstock episode. And stuff.
Yes,
77 years old.
We have explored Michael Lang. He was always somewhat boyish. He kept that kind of look that he had with the curly hair from the original Woodstock.
Yeah.
And he became a star because the movie was released and he's the main guy in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, though, in the last Woodstock documentary, he looked really rough.
Yeah.
And then it was reported that he died.
He died like an hour later.
Right after that interview, during the interview.
Yeah.
So Michael Lang, Woodstock 99, not a
good guy.
Maybe 94 even.
Yeah.
Not his best legacy. But the first one was pretty good. Tim Gao. He was a 55-year-old radio DJ, hosted the Gen X Radio Suffolk, it was called.
Yeah.
He died on air.
That's terrifying.
On October 21st. And, I guess we don't have time. I might even do an episode that includes this story.
Yeah, I think
in
we should.
2023 because it is haunting when you hear that footage.
Yeah.
Because
did they air? So it was live. So
it was
they
live.
couldn't stop
He was doing a breakfast show from his house.
Yeah.
And he's playing like some new wave song, and he dies during the song, and the song cuts out.
Ooh.
And that's when he most likely fell on his keyboard.
Yeah.
So this is very disturbing. Yeah. It's always disturbing when someone dies.
Well, this is
live.
this is the show we've created here. So,
it is.
Yeah.
So that was fascinating. Next on the list, Julie Powell, who wrote the original blog and book, Julie and Julia.
Yes.
About trying to make one recipe every day from Julia Child's cookbook, or within a year.
I saw that movie over the pandemic. Not bad.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Nora Ephron.
Amy Smart?
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer.
No, what's her name? Amy Adams.
Adams, yeah, she was great.
She plays her, Julie.
Yeah, she does.
And then Meryl Streep, great performance, obviously, as Julia Child.
As always.
Real quick, though, Julie Powell.
Is she here?
Kyle, pull up her. Let's get to the next on the list. But before that, Julia, we have Julie Powell's Twitter, her crazy Twitter.
Oh, yes.
She was tweeting every day. First of all, she didn't follow up the success with much of anything. She wrote one strange book afterwards as a follow-up to Julie and Julia called Cleaving, a story of marriage, meat, and obsession about an affair she had. Like, she cheated on her husband and wrote a book about it, and it was not received well. She disappeared into obscurity.
By her husband or the crowd at large.
And then, after she died, I started reading her Twitter out of curiosity. Kyle, do you see her last tweet?
Yes. So I woke up with something that's literally black, hairy tongue. People, including my doctor, seem to think it's no big deal and will go away soon, but it certainly is gross. That was October 25th, and she died the next day.
Oh, my God. What is that?
That is, she would tweet things like that every single day. Like, oh, I just picked my scab, and she'd take a picture of it.
Oof.
And I couldn't even keep up. I got maybe back like 3 months, and that took me 2 hours because she tweeted every single day.
Tweeting all the time.
Jeez.
So that's
I
fascinating
didn't know
to
about
me.
that. That's not Amy Adams. that
No,
person.
not at all. When you see the movie Julie and Julia, to think that's how that character would end up,
Yeah.
no way. No way.
Yeah.
So we can explore that on another episode as well. There's a lot of potential for some of these. Next one is a TikTok star, Cooper Noriega. He was found dead in a car in Burbank.
Jeez.
I guess he had a huge following. Dead at 19.
Yeah.
And he had just posted an eerie social media message about dying at a young age.
Jeez.
Yikes.
And there was no foul play suspected. So that's another mysterious one. There's not much known. Following that is Kalia Posey. Kalia, I don't know how to say that. 16 years old, from Toddlers and Tiaras, hung herself.
Jesus.
16. My God.
And following that, Jordan Cashmere, also young, but 27, a little older, from the show 16 and Pregnant. She died from a fentanyl overdose.
God,
these poor kids these days.
Oof. And
these influencers.
Our last person today just happened. On December 13th, Twitch boss.
Yeah, he worked with the Ellen Show.
Yeah,
He did.
He was on So You Can Dance and like a couple other dance shows.
Amazing
I think
dancer.
that's how they found her. Yeah, I saw on our TikTok that I think Alejandro posted. You could see some of the moves he was doing in between, guests and stuff or whatever, while Ellen's probably backstage like telling her, assistants
beating
to go
people up.
Yeah, beating her assistants up with a microphone.
That was always odd to me because he was such a cheerful person.
Yeah.
And was doing all these things that I guess Ellen had the dancing thing, but he was actually good at it.
Yeah.
They just seemed like not that well connected. Like she's just trying to use him to seem hipper.
Probably.
Which is, I guess that's a cheap shot at this time, maybe. But, enough people have said Ellen is a monster, including Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle, let's not go down that road again.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
She did release a statement, though, when they told her about Twitch. She was on camera and she said, I wish everybody well.
Yeah.
Remember that when she said that about Anne
Yeah,
Hayes?
what a maniac.
I hope everybody's okay.
Yeah. Instead of saying like, oh my gosh, poor Anne, I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
She's basically saying all lives matter.
Yeah. That's all lives matter. All Anns matter.
Yeah, literally.
All Twitch matter.
My God, what a monster she
Ellen
is.
sucks.
And this guy was brilliant to name himself Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get confused with the streaming platform.
I'm going to change my name to YouTube.
Yeah, you could just do that, huh? You put it on your license.
Yeah. But it is crazy. He died by suicide. They found a note that, detailed all his reasons. I don't think the note's been released. I don't think it should be. But the day before he died, he was dancing with his wife on TikTok. And we have the video here.
Let's see. Let's look for signs.
Yes, there's none.
The world could be so cold, but I got so much love, it's lighting
The tree is kind of sad.
That does not look like a depressed person. I've seen people fake it in interviews, but to actually do a choreographed dance like this?
Yeah. We'll let our YouTube comments add in some stuff.
Depression takes all forms, and
Sure.
you can't necessarily see when somebody's super depressed because the people who end up doing the things that he did usually keep it close to the vest.
Wow.
And it's just brutal.
Yeah,
Brutal,
it's a
brutal.
shocking one.
Yeah, very shocking.
Because he was such an upbeat, non-threatening.
He seemed like it, yeah.
Co-host
He
of
seemed
a
like
very
a
popular show.
Good sport on the Ellen show. Like,
Good sport, good
Yeah.
humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good aura. He's always smiling in all the pictures. And then when you hear like, oh my God, that person just shot themselves?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we don't know the manner of death, I don't think.
I thought it was a gunshot.
I honestly don't know.
We can hold on to that and
Yeah,
see what
we will
yeah.
return to Twitch.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're going to the app Twitch or something, but
yeah.
Okay, and that concludes part 1.
Part 1.
In Memoriam 2022. A lot of great actors. Let's
a lot of
let's
amazing
be real.
people.
God, like
this
so
was
much-
a
so many
tough list.
legendary
Like,
people.
It was fun to talk about them and watch some of their clips because they're so great. But what a loss
Yeah.
as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, half the cast of Goodfellas.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy Oscars, death list or whatever they do.
In memoriam.
In memoriam. I prefer death list. You say potato.
Death list.
I say
Yeah, hit list.
Yeah. You say potato. I say hit list.
And here's a preview from next week's.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you can hear the sound of my voice.
People all around, you got it. Everyone together, sing aloud.
Bum, bum, bum.
Boom.
Follow us on Twitter,
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
Email us. We're getting a lot of emails. Actually, I did want to give one quick shout out to one of our listeners.
Yes.
Who unfortunately had a passing in her family, and we just want to give her a quick shout out to Ashley Castaneda.
Yes.
And thank you for listening. We're glad we're cheering you up here, and sorry for the passing in your family. We're glad that you reached out to us and told us it was a way of you dealing with that sad loss in your family. And
Yeah.
we're here for you. And the Die Boys are here to entertain you through the holidays, and hopefully things work out better in the future.
Yes. Better days ahead.
Better days ahead.
And we'll see all you guys next week.
Next week, towards the end of the new year.
Pow.
Pow.